If you guys can see, Louis is just like chilling behind me. So, oh, okay. And now my lighting is off. Hi guys, welcome back to What Fuels a Dancer. My name is Leah and I am a professional ballet dancer and a certified nutrition health coach. Today's video was a request from a subscriber of mine, so if you ever have any requests for a video topic, make sure to leave a comment down below. So today we're going to be talking about bloating, what it is, and what we can learn from our bodies when this happens. Bloating is a normal and natural thing for us to experience, and to some extent, we experience it every single time we eat. It does not mean that we are bad or unhealthy, but sometimes it can be borderline uncomfortable and even painful. So we're also going to talk about some ways to soothe your stomach if this happens. So if this is a topic that you are interested in, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and keep watching. I just want to put out the usual disclaimer that every body is different with different nutritional needs and preferences when it comes to food. So it is always best to speak to your doctor or nutrition professional like a dietitian, nutritionist, or health coach about your unique case. Again, I want to reiterate that bloating is normal. I experience it every single day. It is normal for you to experience it after you eat, as your digestive system is breaking down your food, which in turn releases gas. So first, let's talk about what bloating is. It's when our gastrointestinal tract is filled with air or gas, and so your stomach might feel full, or it could feel swollen or hard or even painful to touch. There are many different factors that contribute to bloating, so let's talk about them. There are three main common triggers to bloating, and those are digestive issues, what we eat, and hormone changes that happen in our body. I'm not going to go into digestive disorders because that is not my expertise, and there's so many other people who are much more knowledgeable than I am on these subjects. But some of these disorders include irritable bowel syndrome, food sensitivities or allergies, as well as other gastrointestinal issues. Bloating is also really common for us women during our menstrual cycle because our hormones are constantly fluctuating and changing. Stress can also affect our digestion because it changes our hormone balances in our body. And it can make it harder for our bodies to digest foods that we normally don't have a problem with. I mostly want to talk on food and bloating. Bloating can occur based on what we eat, when we eat, and how we eat. Overly salty or fatty foods or super sugary foods can maybe contribute to us being a little bit more bloated. That doesn't mean that we should avoid or cut out these foods, but it's just something to know, especially in terms of intuitive eating. There are also specific foods that some people might find that they have a tendency to bloat when they eat them. So these could be foods such as beans, cruciferous vegetables, dairy, or high amounts of whole grains. Caffeine can also be a factor in bloating because it overexcites our digestive tract. And carbonated beverages, which have carbon gas in them to create that lovely bubble that we love, that can also lead to bloating because you are literally drinking in a form of gas. And then bloating can also happen with disordered eating. If we have not been eating enough, or if we have cut out certain foods or food groups, it is likely that we will experience digestive distress when we try and introduce those foods back into our diet. Bloating can also happen with eating large quantities of food, waiting too long in between meals, eating too quickly, and not chewing food adequately. There are so many factors that can contribute to bloating, and each individual is different as to what triggers more of a bloating response in their body. So, for example, a few scenarios where I personally experience bloating are if I haven't been sleeping well, eating really rich food, or eating a really big meal, especially if it had been a while since I had eaten. During my menstrual cycle, also if I have caffeine on an empty stomach, if I'm not consistently drinking enough water, eating right before bed, and if I am really stressed. So those are all times when I usually will experience some more than uncomfortable bloating. And while everyone experiences temporary bloating from time to time, if you are someone that experiences chronic bloating, I would highly encourage you to talk to a doctor or nutrition professional. They will help you find underlying causes to why you're experiencing bloating, if you have any digestive issues or disorder, or if you have any allergies or intolerances that are affecting you. This can be especially important if you know that you aren't able to eat enough and if your bloating is masking your hunger cues. Practicing intuitive eating can help us investigate the food causes behind uncomfortable bloating. When you are bloated, start taking notice of the scenario. Is it at a specific time of day? Did you eat something in particular that could have triggered it? Is it happening before or after a meal? Did you eat too quickly? Have you been getting enough to eat? Or how is your sleep? Take mental or written notes because this can help you discover any patterns between what you eat and how bloated you feel. Now, this does not mean that we can never eat certain foods again, or that we have to figure out how to eat perfectly. But paying attention to how food makes us feel can help us find balance when eating in order to help eliminate uncomfortable bloating. For dancers, this might mean making sure that you're packing enough food to eat at regular intervals so that you don't get too hungry during the day. It also might mean packing easily digestible foods so that you know that you won't have to go into your next rehearsal with an uncomfortable stomach. Some of these easily digestible foods might be eggs, sweet potato, avocado, rice, bananas, or yogurt. For me, if I have a burger or a really rich curry before I dance, I know that I'm not necessarily going to feel really comfortable during that rehearsal or class. But after dance, these are really great foods if they're what I'm craving in order to replenish my body with nutrients and calories. So what are some ways that we can deal with bloating? One would be to de-stress. And obviously this can encompass a whole bunch of things that you can do in order to help your stress response. And these are going to be unique to you. It might also help to drink some water, go on a light walk, do some simple yoga poses, give yourself an abdominal massage, taking a bath or using a heating pad on your stomach. Or for me, I always know that peppermint tea or some sort of ginger lemon tea will help to just even soothe my stomach. So bloating can be difficult and sometimes frustrating to pinpoint not only the cause, but also how to make yourself feel better. Remember, it's totally normal to experience from time to time, but I hope that you were able to learn about some tools that you can use with intuitive eating in order to help this issue. So if you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment down below and subscribe to this channel because it really supports me and it lets you know when a new video comes out. And make sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at What Fuels Dancer. And I will see you guys all next Wednesday in a new video. Bye, guys.
Oh, I wish I could hug you both right now.
Aw, Connie.
And Louie, too.